Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me, blap blap, open up the door, he's real. It's Ben.
Boom! Stainless steel. I should have just done the... Oh, we're yapping. We're back. We're yapping. Talking about stuff and things. We got another
Things.
topic sentence
Objects.
episode.
Pointy objects.
I don't even know like how deep this one is gonna go at all. I feel like it's a very digression heavy. A lot of potential for digression. Is just I had the idea about. We've talked about this at various points, especially like on our podcast year-end recaps, which actually we need to do. I'm realizing we have to do our year-end review or whatever. And that's me, I think, more so than you, just by nature of the stuff we're doing. Me realizing like the shit that I like and kind of getting a little more in touch with that, you know? And the thing is, like, I learned I like swords. we did our fantasy movie night.
You thought it was just trees, but then you realized.
I mean, I like nature shit, yeah, but then like we did our fantasy movie night or whatever, and I, while talking about it, realized like maybe I just actually like films where someone finds a sword. Like this is what's doing it for me. And that's like kind of true.
It's like when I realized I just fucking like it when the hero puts his hands on his hips and does the heroic pose.
Yeah, dude.
I just fucking like it.
Yeah, there's just a thing. You're like, this is what trips my trigger, I guess. And it's like, you just go with like, fuck it. Just go with it.
Like, yeah. Like I didn't think Fleischer's Superman was like one of the most important things I ever saw. But apparently it just fucking is.
Yeah, dude. Oh, it's absolutely crazy. I don't even know. I mean, I guess like the thing I would have seen for swords in particular would be Star Wars, right? Like that was such an early thing. Mm-hmm. And then like probably also thinking I didn't actually think of that before just now. Probably Legend of Zelda too. Like I really like Zelda. And like that's like fucking Sword the video game. The Master Sword, there's a whole fucking ass temple around it. Like that was probably more critical than I had realized at the time. And then that gets into
in a stone in that game.
Yeah, man. And that gets into, you know, we fucking joke about like, what is a sword? Can a gun be a sword? Can an Iron Man suit be a sword? The answer is yes to all of that.
If you try hard enough.
Or like then the going to like not just the sword, but like making the sword, and then you're getting into like making it. Like I like that Iron Man makes his armor. That fucking intro. He's like making the armor. He's tipping the molten thing back. He has like the fucking auto hammer thing that's like giant and awesome and weird. Like that's critical. Magic Knight Ray Earth. They gotta find the fucking super special.
That one was hilarious.
That crazy. Absolutely insane. Me just losing my fucking mind. Like literally the fucking wrestling like ramp up meme or whatever where the guy's getting more excited each time. You need to find the weapons. You need to make the weapons. You need to make the weapons with the special material. The special material that's inside yourself. Holy fuck. Critical.
Well, it's really funny for me because now when I'm reading stuff, I'm like, oh, there's a sword in this. Ben will love this.
We can, yeah, just send it. I'm in.
Such an easy win.
Or like just like anything like that, you know? There was like it doesn't, you know, it could be like a mythical hammer or something. Crafting
What if
things,
there were 9 hammers?
learning things. And in hindsight, that's actually probably
The number.
that's probably why Dragon Ball hit a little bit as well. Because I mean, there needs to be a balance, but like in the early stuff, he's training a lot, right? So like seeing all the training early on was huge. And then that's offset by like him immediately doing the Kamehameha wave. And that like makes it hype as fuck. But then he still has to learn how to get some shit to come out. And that, I love that shit.
And
that
deliver milk.
Yeah, man, he has to, has to deliver milk.
Or construction.
Back when, the good old days when him and Krillin were on even-ish footing for like 2 minutes. But I think, that like goes
Get chased by a shark.
Training, I think, goes like hand in hand with like building the thing, right? Just the idea of like someone getting to watch someone like put in the work is very good.
The physicality of doing a thing.
Yeah. Versus time skip, whoops. Which is why the Aragon movie was like particularly offensive. They cut out the fucking growth bit where like they become people and the boy and his dragon like build an actual friendship and shit and do stuff. Man, what a fucking whiff. Yeah, and that's been a huge thing with doing the podcast stuff is just I've been exposed to so many things. Or like the 1-2 punch of watching Dragon Ball Super and getting Top explaining what justice is, and then like carrying that over to comics. I'm like, not quite enough justice going on here, if I'm being honest. It's kind of weak.
Could use a little bit more justice.
And that's like for me, it doesn't even, hand on the hips is very good, but just any amount of like, I like the little bit of fucking ridiculous nonsense, That's
Great
like,
saying, man.
Yeah, dude, that shit's important. Or like it's a huge thing that
yeah.
I'm trying to think what the first thing actually would have been when we talked about it. Did we do Bubblegum Crisis before Sailor Moon? I think that was before Sailor Moon.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well,
the Sailor Moon's so stretched out.
Yeah. The thing that maybe I'm trying to think of like what the first thing we did where we would have talked about like hangout time. Because that also was not really a concept I had in my brain very much until we started watching stuff and you started mentioning like the idea of people hanging out. I'm like, fuck yeah, actually that's like what I like. I like there to just like for shit to just be chill, which is another kind of problem with TV and stuff going to 8 episodes to make a big movie is like there's people just aren't hanging out like they used to. All plot all the time.
If I'm watching their season of television, I'm like, this would be better if you just had these actors sitting around a table talking.
Hell yeah.
And that would be better. Like literally there were no plot. It was just them talking and I would be more entertained because these actors are good. You fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a huge concept, right? And that comes up all the time for shit we watch. And then because it's just,
for me, hangout time is important. It's still I like it in contrast, but
I was about to say not only the hangout, but yeah, the stark difference between like doing a slice of life anime versus Dragon Ball is gonna have like a little thing where Gohan's in high school, just like doing his thing. Like it hits so much
Yeah.
different.
Give me a baseball episode of Dragon Ball
Oh,
every once in a while. And I'm fucking thriving.
yeah, man.
Feasting.
There's like, I guess there's like, because like slice of life, there's often you're doing like a plot, I guess, still. Because I was gonna say like maybe the I don't know if it's an exception to the rule necessarily, but like Ursa Yatsura still just fucking hits. But that's like a different. It's not like slice of life in the same way.
No. I mean, the thing would be Masonic Koku.
Yeah.
But that has like because that has an ongoing thing that I'm completely invested in and like need to see the end of.
Well, and because Godai is best boy, he's just a good boy.
Uh-huh. He's just fucking trying, man. He's trying so hard.
Once again, shout out to people being surprised that Rumiko Takahashi wouldn't choose Ataru as her companion and instead would choose Godai. Fucking shocking. Fucking insane how a person doesn't want to date a womanizing shitbag and instead would want to date like the hardworking nice go-getter who wants a family.
Easier to love.
Yeah, just a tiny bit, unless you're lump. Man,
Yeah. That most brutal thing that one of the anime movies where it shows all the strings of fate tied to Godai's hand.
hell yeah.
It's like, man.
I think it's all, thinking on it. I understand, like, the whole, like, Ursa Yatsura was the one of, like, if not the actual first, then, like, the big launch for, like, magical girlfriend archetype, right? And having ordinary whatever guy with, like, crazy, special, super hottie. And that's, like, that's fine. But I think an important element that, like, certainly Ursa Yatsura isn't the only show or media to do it. A big part of it is that Lum is so clearly choosing to be with Ataru, and at any point she could, like, murder him. Like, she could just beat the shit out of him. Like, there's no weird there's nothing actually holding her there except she wants to be there, which is, like, a huge thing. Even in some of the other things I've like peeked at, it's like, oh, this alien is trapped on Earth. Oh, this thing is like bound to this guy for some reason. It's always it's like mild entrapment or whatever.
She starts out, she's the antagonist.
Yeah, dude.
Like this series is like supposed to be about like Ataru and Shinobu, and Lum is like the like, the problem, the like fantasy fun like thing. But Lum is too powerful. She like takes over the comic and then becomes the main love interest.
It's so good.
like she was just, that character was too powerful. Rumiko Takahashi couldn't control the narrative. Like then like she has to get to like Ranma, where she could do it and then actually make the two characters she intends to get together.
Yeah.
Fucking Shampoo does not take over that series the same way.
True. Yeah.
It's the power of love. She's just too powerful.
which says something because Lum is supposed to be like everything that Rumiko Takahashi isn't. Just made her the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's another thing actually from Rumiko Takahashi's stuff is, well, I guess not just from there. I'm thinking of My Son Koku, where the big thing, I did have to eat my words on misunderstandings. Like, learning that if misunderstandings are the point, it can be very good. Because prior to that, I don't know if there was anything where it was like the point. It was always like, we're gonna do these two rational people who just for some reason like cut each other off and don't let them say the one thing that would solve everything.
Yeah. Just like they really just bad writing. Doing a trope but also doing it poorly. Because it was so funny to me because you were so adamant about how much you hate that trope. And then I'm reading Mason and Cook, I'm like, this is the best thing. And it's like,
it's only that
foundationally, purely built on this trope.
It is literally these two idiots cannot,
load bearing,
gun to their head, they could not possibly understand correctly what the other one is doing at any given moment. And that's the manga.
Yep. So either you realize, oh no, this is good, or like you just wouldn't like that series.
Thank God it was the former.
Mm.
And then I got these.
Well, it's really fucking good.
Yeah, man. And then that was also a fun one. I think it was. I think that was also, I guess, an earlier one. Because, like, most of the shit that we're doing, I don't end up seeing even, like, I don't get to experience, like, any amount of, like, fan interactions, really. I'm not really talking about it with anybody but you. And I'm not really, at this point, I'm not, like, even going on Reddit or anything to participate in conversations. And most of the time, I'm not even, like, seeing conversations necessarily. Occasionally, I get to witness a few absolute fucking gems about how Evangelion was subversive because it made mechs miserable. When the entire genre is like
deconstruction.
Deconstruction of the genre. Like,
That's
yeah, as opposed to mech anime being like how cool it is to be in the mech, and it's like, everybody in the room, can you name one anime where the mech is cool and fun? Anybody? No? Okay. So, sometimes you get a fucking gem like that. But with my son, I forget what even initially led me there, but I found like a watch thing for it, and I don't even know what site it was, but it's like people can just comment on the episode, and it just keeps all the comments per episode. So you can see people watching it in like early mid 2000s, and there's people who watched it like a week before I did sometimes, right? Holy shit. People, like, the amount of hate that like the side characters get because they're annoying and interfere with Godai. And the fact that it's funny that I'm the one who's like, what's wrong with you? So what? You just want Godai and Manager to get together with no, like, that's just they're falling in love and that's it? No obstacles, no other nothing? Meanwhile, I'm out here like, I really wish this could be more straightforward and there was less plot and it was just no obstacle. With like every other piece of media that we watch.
Well, the important is it funny?
Well, I think it's also because early on, I didn't read this after finishing that. I don't know if it was before, but it was certainly early, at the very least. Is Rumiko Takahashi making this because she lived next to one of those apartments or whatever, and constantly saw these fucking weirdos going in and out, and was like, what goes on in there? How does this function? Like, all these weirdos at all times of the day, just, huh. So like that concept, that's core to that series, right? But meanwhile, everyone
Yeah.
else coming in is just losing their minds. That and the amount of people who were bitching about filler episodes that are not filler episodes. They're just, that happens sometimes, you know? We're not always doing Godai and Kyoko developing their feelings or whatever. Sometimes we're just on an insane thing.
Yeah, people are getting weird about filler.
Well, because they use
I
it.
guess maybe I get weird about filler sometimes, but I strictly try to use it. It's like, was it in the original source material?
That's,
Because if it
yeah.
wasn't, then it's literally, it's just not going to get, it's not going to matter. It's not going to get referenced again. And that shit can be good. Like, there's filler I fucking love, but it's filler because it's not going to come back in the same way unless they make more filler that comes back to it.
Yeah. And see, I guess it's like, it's slightly different because it's not like Dragon Ball or Naruto or something where you might be in the middle of an arc and then there's shit that's just completely we're doing a side thing or whatever that's
Yeah,
unrelated.
well, Naruto filler is different because Naruto filler is all fucking dog shit.
Hell yeah. But like the fact that there was just enough time between me reading the manga and watching the show where there was some episodes I'm like, I don't for the life of me fucking remember this. Is this like filler? Is this not in the manga? And then I'd look and sure enough it's in the manga and I just had completely forgotten. And then there was stuff that I'm like, this is so fucking good. I don't even remember this story. This is fantastic. And then it's just actually an anime original. Like, and you don't,
Yeah.
because there's enough random shit that it doesn't stand out in that way.
Yeah. It was a thing with Dragon Ball, uh, particularly Z, where it's like, okay, what was filler? Oh, all the things that I super remember, like most of like all the dramatic moments that are good and all the fights that are good, that's all core. Sometimes there's a fun, silly episode
Yeah.
that didn't exist in the manga that I love, but mostly all the best stuff is the manga. Particularly any action that looked good, like any shot that is stuck in my brain for the rest of my life. Like, yeah, that was Toriyama.
Yeah. Wild. Imagine.
I think there's like there's one shot I can think of in Z filler that is stuck in my brain in that kind of way that isn't original to Toriyama, but
the
we'll talk about that later.
the only time that I wish Dragon Ball would have referenced filler is I still think it would have been very funny to have Goku referencing the fact that he already went to the demon realm in a filler episode in the original. In the original anime. I think that would have been fucking really funny. Didn't I already like beat the shit out of everyone here once? They could have just done a little bit. They didn't have to make it a thing, a whole big deal. But like it would have been nice. Especially for people like me who didn't know that was filler at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's when you watch when you just watch the show, you don't have a way to know except when it's Naruto filler, and it's like suddenly this show is about this new character and their arc.
I think about that.
Never get over it.
That first fight from Daima. The first like Guardian fight or whatever. I still think about that.
Yeah, but like episode 7 or whatever.
8, I think. Because
okay. 7's the setup.
I think 7 is the setup. Because I remember, I recall it being 8 because I was like, tapped out after 3 episodes. Then sure, Hank was fucking dead on. Episode 8 is just like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
And I was fucking good.
Like, I feel like that's like a much harder thing to pin down with words, I feel like. Because obviously it's just a well done, like the choreography and the set, like it's just a good fight, right? It's all well done, but it's also like a
Yeah.
tone thing. I don't know. It just hits every fucking note, and that's also a big thing from like Dragon Ball and stuff. Is like how is the fight going, and what do they do, and how is the build up, and all of that shit. And that stuff I didn't like pay any attention to really. And then Goku took off his shirt, and I'm like, this is important. This is a moment. Taking off the shirt is huge. we gotta disrobe a little bit, and then that's critical.
That is critical.
Or
That's
him,
true.
or the shirt getting blown off. Whichever,
Mm-hmm. I mean, think about how like American fans experienced it, where him getting his shirt blown off is versus Vegeta, like just going straight to
Hell yeah.
that fucking Kamehameha fucking beam struggle is like the thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
you
that's
just start at like fucking 11.
Yeah, dude.
So funny.
Which is also why, like, I never really fault people who that's the shit they want out of Dragon Ball. Is like they want the serious face fight shit, and then when it gets to like Boo and Gohan in high school, they're like, this is so ass. I understand why they feel that way, but it feels really good. Like a while back now, when someone was like, I've been thinking about Dragon Ball Z, and I feel like maybe the Gohan Boo stuff was really good. And I'm like, thank you. You got there.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking love that stuff.
Well,
Mr. Satan and Majin Buu is the most important friendship.
yeah, dude, that shit's
Dragon Ball.
crazy good. Well, and it helps. I mean, for me, like, just being influenced by your ass, first off, imprinting.
Definitely. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Got Baby Duckling. But also, I think starting with the original Dragon Ball does help. If you like that, I think that you're more likely to like the sillier shit later as well, because that's like the default, right?
Yeah, if you've watched, or if you like Dragon Ball enough to watch original Dragon Ball.
Well, that's where it starts. Why would I start with the second series? That's weird. I know it's technically like a continuation, but
I mean, it's what Yu-Gi-Oh did. So,
yeah.
you just start in media res. Let's go.
And
Yeah, I mean, it's just a weird thing because it's like the weird case of they did go back and put Dragon Ball on Toonami, like while Dragon Ball Z was getting to the Buu arc on TV.
yeah,
Like they just aired back to back. It was Dragon Ball and the Buu Saga.
that's wild. That's so funny.
You watch an episode of Kid Goku and you watch an episode of Majin Buu.
Peak, in other words.
I was thriving. Every
Yeah,
day
I
after
bet.
school,
Hell yeah.
getting an hour of Dragon Ball.
That's so good.
Feeling like I shouldn't watch the next on because it's just gonna spoil like the whole thing I'm gonna see tomorrow. But I gotta know.
But I gotta
I gotta know what's gonna happen.
That's so good. And Dragon Ball, I mean,
God, watching that shit drip feeded an episode at a time though is such a fucking
Oh yeah,
It's
Jesus.
so annoying.
I think
When like Dragon Ball Z was a thing that came on at midnight, so it's like I gotta stay up. I gotta stay up. I gotta see a Dragon Ball.
hell yeah.
Fuck, it's not a new one.
Oh no. Yeah, that'd be fucking brutal, man.
We're on Reddit again. What?
Would you say I'm actually curious because you were into comics and stuff before Dragon Ball, right? You had experience with them before Dragon Ball Z or after?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I had experience. Yeah. Yes.
Well, just
I had
like we're
comics
doing
first.
we're doing it as a yeah. Well, because I'm curious.
Yeah.
Would you say for better or worse or in any way, would you say that Dragon Ball like impacted how you think about like power scaling or like who would win type of things? Because I feel like if people don't have
Did it influence it?
yeah. Because I feel like anybody watching that who I think that would be common in comics and other stuff, especially like if you're talking online or with friends or whatever, that sort of thing. But like Dragon Ball, like power scaling is right there, right? We've talked before. They gave the fucking numbers and it was all over. His power level and that sort of shit. And just that weird for me again, the weird mix of doing like comics and then also Dragon Ball and then seeing the Stan Lee thing where this Stan Lee's saying like whoever the writer wants to win is huge. That's the big thing. But just like
That's such a good, concise way of saying the way you should look at it.
yeah, exactly. But I feel like if I was knowing myself, I feel like if I got into Dragon Ball Z, especially when I was a kid, I feel like I would have gotten really fucking mad about power level arguments. I just feel like that's who I was when I was little if I would have been in it.
There is interesting stuff of like, there's filler stuff that's like not from the manga but is anime only that makes the power scaling more confusing than it would have been otherwise for people.
Yeah. That's why. I guess I never thought about that. Yeah, if they like mention that system and stuff more in filler, I never really considered that.
Well, I mean, the big one I'm thinking of is like early in Dragon Ball Z in an episode that's filler. Like Vegeta like casually blows up a planet by like pointing at it. And it's fucking sick. But like I don't think they're supposed to be that powerful given because then you get to Namek when Frieza tries to blow up Namek and can't do it. And you're like, what? But he's so much more powerful than Vegeta was then. And Vegeta did that shit easily.
Well, look. Hold up.
And like when Vegeta says he's going to like blow up the planet with his his garlic gun.
Hell yeah.
The Gallic gun. You're like, oh, he's like trying so hard and he's definitely going to blow up the planet. Because when he does it, he blows up that other planet. He does cool guy, like pointing his finger sideways or whatever. Does it with like a single beam.
Well, look, he had elaborately set up like movie effect type thing so that the planet would just fall apart on cue.
What are you, Mr. Satan? Explaining it's all tricks.
Yeah, it's all smoke and mirrors, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I think about that a lot because, like, I think that was like a core. That's who Vegeta is. Like that's core. That's what Dragon Ball is. Like the guy points at the planet and blows it up. That's sick.
Yeah,
that's not. It's misleading because it was filler. It's very funny to me. But yeah, I don't know. It's more because I don't know that I ever thought about it in the way Well, I don't know how like that I thought about it in the way people argue about it. Like it was more like what's cool, what characters do I like
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Cuz so I guess what I was really influenced in is cuz I was such a fucking big Venom fan. Like it's more like the Superman kryptonite thing of like he's so strong, he's so powerful, but he has a weakness.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a thing that then will beat him or whatever. So then you like it's cool when like the character can be awesome, but then obviously the constraints of the thing are like there's just an easy way. There's just like this thing that you just lose.
Yeah.
Like characters have a flaw or whatever, and then when you see that flaw like being ignored, you're like, oh, that's so fucking cool. You see Venom in a burning building and he's still fucking pushing through. You're like, oh,
Fucking Kingdom Come Superman. Kryptonite just you learn kryptonite just doesn't fucking work on him anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just fire.
No, that's
So I don't know.
that's a very good point. I do think I've seen a few. Apparently, there's I forget the name of it offhand, but I remember a while back now stumbling onto a subreddit. Someone referenced a subreddit like a meme, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that?" Because they had some weird name, and it's basically just like for power level, power scale, like who would win, who would win, or if this thing happened, who would be better at handling that sort of like anything like that sort of discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And I did check it out like briefly. And that was actually like semi enjoyable because those like I mean there's still probably quite a bit of bickering going on at places, but like the popular discussions were like people taking a more nuance. It was basically just like literary analysis but for comics and shows and shit. Like if your text if the source material can support it, people were pretty happy with your explanation. And I think that's like the part of those discussions I don't need to get mad about someone suggesting that I'm wrong for saying so and so would win in a fight, but like people pointing at different things in especially obscure shit because comics are infinite, like pulling out different shit to explain something. I think that's like a really cool thing. I just enjoy reading that. So like that was kind of nice. But also, what if the writer wanted anyone else to win?
Yeah, I like when things have when I always liked when worlds have like a consistency, and I like knowing the rules of how stuff worked. Like I don't like complete ass pulls where like you've explained that the things work this way, but then suddenly it works differently, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And I like stuff in the story consistently going up. Like when you get a power reset, like from Digimon Adventure to Digimon Adventure 02, that I didn't like. I don't like the reset.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, I agree. Generally, yeah.
It just feels bad. Just like it feels bad. It felt bad in Magic when they used to like scale down the power level of a set because they'd gone too far in the last one or whatever.
As someone who didn't live that, give me the garbage. Make it shit for a little while. Fuck the people. I was actually just gonna say I love it when the writer or someone just like says "fuck all of you," and specifically I'm thinking of Toriyama being like, "Everybody kept asking me not to kill Vegeta, and I just had to kill him. Like, how can I not?" It's just really was like, that's so good.
Yeah. That shit can go wrong too, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
what my classic one of the one I don't like is The Sopranos. Or the main he was mad people liked Tony too much, so he just like kept making Tony worse.
Ugh.
It's like, well, you made him awful to the point where I don't want to watch your show anymore. So, okay.
Yeah, that's about right. I still I still remember watching whatever episode with my friend who was like super in, like had binged it and was like just high, super high on it. And I forget what even fucking happened. It might have been when the horse got shot or something. And my friend was like laughing his ass off, and I'm just like, I legitimately questioning whether I just had completely misread what the show was or if I was like crazy. I'm like, this feels like it's supposed to be like a dramatic moment and you're dying. I'm very confused right now. And that
Yeah, I don't
kind
remember
that
that
I
one.
guess, on the topic of this episode, that also was kind of a between that and like It's Always Sunny and maybe a few other things, but like the idea where like everybody's an ass, like there's so many dicks in that show, right? In Sopranos, like it's just fucking. I couldn't latch on to anyone because they all fucking sucked in some way, and I was thinking it because I remember trying to explain it as like that's why I didn't like it, and I don't even remember who I was talking to, but like midway through the sentence, I'm like, fuck, I like It's Always Sunny though, and they all suck, like they're just terrible people. So that was kind of like
They're
a
actively awful.
yeah, and but I like It's Always Sunny, so I had to figure out like it's just when the vibes are wrong or whatever.
Mm.
Because that was the thing I actually touted. That might have been like, I don't know, pre Burning Barrel or whatever. But that was the thing I kind of touted for years. Is like I didn't give a shit about shows or whatever where there was like zero growth. Like I wanted the character growth. And then after a while, and now we cut to now, and I'm like, it has no characters. It's all vibes. It's my favorite anime.
Character growth can be good,
Oh no, it's
but
I
I don't
still
always need it.
obviously when it's done well, it's great, or just its existence is appreciated, I
Yeah.
suppose. But I hyper focused on it to the point of like being not even hyper focused, but just like I was talking about my
Yeah.
ass about it. Like when I thought Adventure Time was bad.
No, like one of the big things I realized eventually is that there are things that I like, but a lot of the times I will prefer an idea that I kind of think is dog shit that's like well executed
Hell yeah.
to like an idea that I think is really good that's like executed mid or whatever. Like give me the well-made thing that's not a thing I like every fucking time. And the thing that did it for me was Marvel Apes. Because what if Marvel Universe? What if they went to the world where everyone was an ape for a monkey? So we could do, because we wanted to follow up on Marvel Zombies was such a big hit, and we had they had like a whole wide line of just ape covers instead of zombie covers.
Hell yeah.
But then the story was fucking so fucking good. I was like, this is actually sick.
Nice.
It was like Doc Ook was pretty funny,
Doc Ook.
but then they were all vampires and it was fucking peak.
Amazing.
What if they were vampires?
Hell yeah.
That's how the writer describes it. It's like,
What?
the editor was like, walked up to him and went, "What if?" It's like, okay, they're vampires.
See, and there's an example I think of that's like the opposite, I guess. Right? I remember stumbling a long time ago onto the anime Demon King. I think it's Demon King Daimo was the name. And it's basically, I want to say it was the setup was like a world where like everybody has some sort of powers or like your powers awaken or some bullshit. And the protagonist had like no powers for the longest time or something to that effect. And then like he suddenly gets powers or gets his whatever fucking thing. And everybody immediately recognizes that he has like the reincarnated powers of like the Demon King from however many thousands of years ago. And like all of the powers are just objectively bad and stuff. And like he kind of leans into it a little bit. And I'm like, I actually think this is sick. I think that's a fucking cool idea of like, you get evil. What if you just get evil powers, right? Like, what if you just, that's the shit you have. And I really wanted to just see him become the Demon King. And they didn't do that at all. It became like, I'm a good person. I'm going to use the evil powers for good. And it also was not done very well because it was anime. I don't watch anime, as you know. And this was an anime. It was just fan servicey as shit. And he was a weak little bitch. And I just like, I was so mad watching it that I actually started writing like, not even a fanfic, but just like, I want this concept, but done well. It pissed me off so bad. I still think about it. I mean, that's why I remember it.
Yeah. I actually thought about another thing of the way I think about stuff. And like stuff, and it's one of the reasons why I'm always about like pushing on your preconceived notions about a thing, or like when you say I don't like this, I'm like, what? But what if? Is
what if he was wrong again?
Is because in my experience, when I'm like have a strong negative reaction to a thing, but to a like piece of media, but I can find the like in on it, the thing that gets me, that I like, oh no, this is cool because of this or whatever it is. Like it's a rare thing, but when that happens, it makes me I really like the thing. Then that's what gets me to like be like really interested in a thing. Like I had a period of time where I was like out on Dragon Ball. Like that happened to me. I had my era was like Dragon Ball Z. That's so boring.
I'm so curious. What are you thinking for you, like pushing on stuff? Could you have an example? I'm trying to think of what it would be. The one that's in my head that I don't think was intentional was doing when we watched Phantom Thread, and like I was like, this is good. It's okay. It's fine. And then you get to like the ending and it just fucking blows it all up, and it's so fucking good, and you lock in on that shit, and then it's just great. Like, I remember that specifically.
I mean, the Masonic, the like,
misunderstanding
thing.
Yeah.
With Masonic Coco is the one that comes to mind first.
Well, I was gonna do that anyway. I think. It's actually been so long. Was I not? Was I just doing Urusei Yatsura and you mentioned it?
No, but I I just mean in terms of like you saying a thing and feeling it, and then me having an opportunity to push on it.
Fucking
like that one presented itself. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can't think of a situation where I was like actively trying to do it.
I feel like
it's the thing that I have in the back of my head.
I feel like it's had to have come up.
Yeah.
Well, at least with like a comic or something. Yeah.
Example.
I mean, I watch anime now, so that was kind of the big one, right?
Naruto.
Yeah, dude, the fucking literal years of me just like absolutely truly from the bottom of my heart shit talking Naruto into me hearing one song and being like, I think I want to do Naruto. And then having to keep up the bit for like another 2 years. Or whatever it was.
It was a long time before we actually got to it.
The fucking
you saying that
between me saying I want to do Naruto and then it being like 2 years before I did it, and then I read it all in 2 weeks is kind of insane work. Like that's a very weird timeline in hindsight.
Very funny arc.
And then having the fucking absolute horror realization that I drew on my fucking arm the fucking marks that Sasuke had and shit. Whole fucking middle school existence just crumbling in my mind. Like it's all fucking over.
No, I mean, I've had other... I thought of a couple other examples, like Batman.
Yeah.
For one.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Your opinion was set by the movies.
Which were edgy
and
as hell.
like zombie movies. Zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still...
Actually good zombie movies.
Yeah. I think that's because I was...
Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
No, I had... It wasn't even like I think I just didn't like the cadence at which they were out or something. It just felt like there were so many zombie movies for like a little bit there. Like
yeah, there were. And they were mostly dog shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. It's not a thing. Like, I don't think your basis is wrong. I think you're going too hard, and there's like, it's like twisting it.
You're
like,
bitching
but
too much.
But there's this good thing. You're too absolute. It's the way of the Sith.
The thing,
it's the way of the dark
well,
side.
Well, no, you just have to twist. You just have to change the logic a little bit. It's easy peasy. Check this out. Modern zombie.
But what if it were good?
But what if it were old?
Yeah. What if it were old? What if it were a good movie?
Yeah.
What if all the like statement facts were still the same? What if it were still just all misunderstandings, but it were good?
Yeah. And see, I even... Because, like, I liked Zombieland. That was sort of the catalyst, right?
Which my main thing is, that is all I need. That's actually all I need. What if it were good, though?
What if
just make it good?
Okay, wow, Hank just admitted it, everybody. He only likes good slop. He just likes things because they're good.
That's not true. There are things that are terrible that I like.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
We don't do a lot of those on the podcast, but
we've done a few. The big one, the huge one that comes to mind is Fooly Cooley.
That hurts. You got me.
The worst part is I didn't even fucking hate it. It was so emotionless. Like I couldn't even bring like fucking just raw hatred to the table. I was just like, yep, this is a thing that's probably good to people. If you're watching it, if you're trying to figure out the story and how the plot connects, like you're watching it wrong. Guess how I watched it?
Yeah.
And I guess that's a
thing I just deeply love on an emotional level, so I can't even like necessarily talk about it in the way I want to talk about stuff, because it's like, but I feel things.
Yeah, you could say it. You could talk to a wall. That's fine. I understand. I get watching it. I get liking it.
But it is funny how like how sapped I was for actually doing the podcast as soon as you like didn't have a feeling about it. It's like, oh.
Yeah.
But I love it. But that isn't enough for me to talk about it, honestly. It's not how
I
my talking about stuff
I
completely works.
after we did that episode,
I like sharing things.
I tried so hard because I knew people would do like AMVs of it, right? And they have a ton. There are like nobody's doing it with the music that I would want, so I don't even know if that like changes it for me. Like if there was like power metal or something that like where the music is really hitting, I don't even know because nobody's fucking making it. They're all doing it to like Linkin Park and shit. I can't actually get the fucking thing that I want. Because, like, the animation is objectively good. There's a lot of cool shit going on there. But it's like 99% music.
There's an AMV I really like that's a cross. It's like a remix crossover that blends. What's the fucking name of that Queen's David Bowie song?
Under Pressure.
Under Pressure, and it blends it with Vanilla Ice's.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And the Queen parts it does Fully Cooley, and the Vanilla Ice parts it does Evangelion scenes.
Incredible. That's pretty fucking good.
Doing Word to Your Mother with Gendo and Shinji at Shinji's mom's grave.
Yeesh.
Very
funny. Actually, when I was speaking of, I didn't want to go through my YouTube history to find it again. Not that it's deep in it, but I just searched for the Iron Man theme, the intro from the 90s show. And someone had done it to the movie, to like the first movie. And it's like it's fine. Like I think it's well done. Actually, I think the editing is very good and they line it up pretty nicely. But it does reinforce kind of what I was thinking, because he's building the suit in the cave in the live action movie, he is hammering. He's making that fucking metal. He's forging that. It's not the same. He's not putting nearly the same in the cartoon intro. He's wheeling back. He's going all in, and it's not the same in the live action.
Animation kind of just hits harder for superhero stuff.
I think there's a world where it could be that you could do that sort of vibe, and it would be really, you could do it fine. It's not like there's anything that's unattainable, I think, except for his fucking immaculate physique.
It's hard. Yeah, it's just hard.
Yeah. But yeah. No, there hasn't been too much. I can't think of how many. I'm trying to think of like bad things. I mean, we watched The Room. That was a big one. Still need to get Anya to watch it. Book of Henry. Book of Henry was a big one.
Thing I love that is because it is fucking dog shit.
God, I need to watch that again.
Oh my god,
that's such a fucking shit movie.
It's so terrible. The like whatever interviews or clips of Colin people talking about it. It's fucking damning. That's what you thought you were making?
That's so funny.
You thought it was about emotional intelligence? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's great, dude. That's fucking perfect. I don't know what to tell you. I got another one. We did Dangerous Days of Daniel X. Holy shit.
Oh yes, that's another one.
Damn.
That's fucking dog shit.
Oh my god.
It is funny. I discovered Daniel X around the same time as I got into the Dragon Ball manga, because it was the same. I bought the first volume of Dragon Ball manga at a Strand when they were going out of business.
That's absolutely insane.
That's when I bought the thing that got me in on Daniel X we never got around to doing, which is the manga adaptation of Daniel X.
Yeah, no, I recall. I forget. Is it like as miserable, or is it just like funny in a different way or something? I forget what the vibes are.
I mean, it has the thing of being secretly like his life is a nightmare where all his friends are like imaginary ghosts. Like that's there.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's not a. He deserves it. He sucks.
You get drawings of elephants in the manga.
Ugh. Ring the fucking bell.
Honestly, the manga's like the writing is better. Like the big thing with the book is the internal model. His internal monologue is fucking dog shit.
Maybe that's
so you
what-
just remove that, and it's like a much more readable thing.
You know what?
It was that progression of going from wait, this is secretly like really fucked up, and then reading the book and like, oh, this is also written like dog shit.
Man, you know, I mentioned in the Batman, the Brave and the Bold, I talked about inner monologue and how like that could go wrong. I wasn't even thinking of Daniel X, but fuck, there it is.
That's a good example for some of the worst fucking inner monologue. Like, goddamn.
Well, he is the smartest, you see.
There's also a like Western style comic that I read for Daniel X, where he like makes a friend with a guy who's made of bugs.
That sounds vaguely
And it's
familiar.
like the only person in the world he ever like had a real relationship with. It is not imaginary.
Also deserved.
What an amazing property.
Man. This is like sort of my train of thought went to like an adjacent station because I'm thinking like stuff that you brought or like you keeping it in your mind when I like make absolute statements about stuff and that sort of thing. You did fucking completely get me once. I don't even think you were trying, but you gaslit the shit out of me. When you fucking said there was a talking bear in Annihilation, I was expecting something completely fucking different, and I was completely like absolutely like literally thought that this was like okay, there's gonna be like a talking bear character, and then I like yeah okay. Absolutely got my ass.
Talking bear movie.
I was like a little. It's like to the point like you buy into something in your head for like no reason, just so hard that you're. I was like a little mad about it because I'm like he never fucking said this. I can't even. He didn't even say this is just me. Like I assumed because whatever.
Yeah. And and it's like it's talking bear connection. It's tenuous, but like the connection is because like the same production team worked on both of them, and they named that bear after like a shitty train station in London.
Yeah, dude. No, it's fucking great. And I mean that movie. I think about that movie all the goddamn time. That movie was huge for me. But like,
yeah, that movie's great.
Fucker. God damn it.
So,
it is.
it's so good.
I don't know if you know this or remember this, or if this was back when I was still doing the highly famous and well-known Spaghetti Cast podcast. But me and Ty accidentally did that to Peter with Breaking Bad. We joked because people online were joking about breakfast. You know, the Walt Jr. says like a bunch of stuff about breakfast or something, and people memed on it hard. Mm-hmm. And we kept joking about breakfast and Denny's and all this other shit to the point where Peter honestly thought that at some point it turns into like managing a Denny's or something. Like it goes from like drugs to like restaurant shit. And he watched for like multiple seasons. Like, when does the transition happen? You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, don't they like get into like a Denny's or something? No, they don't. They just keep making meth. Oh, yeah. Gotta love it. That shit's so funny. I'm so glad it happened that way because it's so funny. with the bear. Good stuff.
Yeah, sometimes memes deceive you, and you get to the real thing, and you're like, this isn't as good as the memes.
Yeah.
I think of just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the way its
How
episodes end.
how every single fan uses the song better than the anime does. Yeah. That's a
the
huge one.
anime never does it as a fucking great fucking joke bit that has perfect timing.
Yeah. They like not once.
Like, just never does that.
It's so, dude. I felt the same. It's infuriating. It's actually like it actually hurts to watch because like you expect it.
Yeah. Because now that's what I associate that song with.
That's
It's
all.
fucking
Yeah, that's all it. I mean, look, as someone who liked the song
bit
before that,
punctuation.
yeah, it's what it is now.
Yeah.
It's like how I forget. Was it? I forget if it was. No, it was whatever Lincoln. I always associate Lincoln Park with Amonkhet from Magic because they use that slow reverbed cover for the trailer. And then like that was about the time where every single trailer for every movie that had ever existed for like the next 5 years was just doing a popular song but slowed down with a fuckload of reverb.
5 years? That trend fucking refused. That
Was it more?
They still do that. Like, that trend refused to fucking ever go away.
Well, in my defense, COVID was like
Nightmare.
COVID ended like 5 months ago. So
Yeah.
it's 2020.
I haven't actually watched a movie in 5 years, but
I feel ya.
that trend was longer than 5 years.
Sure.
That trend was that trend was like 15 years old, before COVID.
I don't
least.
pay attention. I was busy. Yeah, I happened to see
No,
it.
because I hyperfixated on that trend and fucking hated it, and it just never went away.
That's because it's so good. It's so what if song that wasn't slow was slow? It's perfect.
I was waiting for there to be another thing. What's the next gimmick?
I don't know. Is there a new gimmick?
And the gimmick never came. And the next gimmick never came. I don't know. The next gimmick was like really terrible jump scares.
I guess.
Like you slow roll it to the point of it's not a jump scare anymore. I don't know.
Sure.
I saw that one a few times.
Yeah. No,
Thing with
that's
the power
definitely
of
a thing.
the slow cover.
That's-
There was no other musical. They didn't have another musical move. There were no more ideas.
I'll bet at some point. Maybe it won't hit. Maybe the legal frame. Maybe like the red tape is actually enough that it wouldn't happen. But I was gonna say like AI covers of like the Beach Boys doing every fucking song in existence. No, the trailer for your movie is just like
doing the Mario 64 sound font.
Sound font for everything. Hell yeah. I mean, just imagine you got a trailer for something. It's like it's supposed to be like a hardcore action movie or some shit, but it's like super gory, or it's like post-apocalypse and it's like just a brutal setting or whatever. But the trailer is just like 99 Problems by the Beach Boys. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Ba, 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 ba. Like, I could see that taking off.
The problem is they figured out that like you just want to show people the whole movie in the trailer is like the best way to get them to watch it.
Yeah, dude. I
spoil the shit out of it.
You can't actually watch the trailers if you want to not know everything that's going on.
It's just like whatever human nature. You just actually have to tell people. That's why the Dragon Ball previews just show you the next episode.
Hell yeah, dude! It was such a wild
thing.
Yeah, it's so wild watching any of that. I mean, it's not just Dragon Ball, but it's like Next time on Dragon Ball, Goku fucking dies. He dies. He's dead. Goku fucking dies. It's not bait. He's dead. He dies. Next time on Dragon Ball, watch it. Meanwhile, other things are like, we're trying not to spoil anything that may or may not happen in the episode or whatever. Just a different world.
It's a different thing about spoiler culture, and I think spoiler culture is dog shit. So I'm all about it.
You mean like not revealing anything?
Like, being precious about not revealing stuff.
Yeah.
Like saying, like, the idea that a thing is ruined because you've learned one fact about it is ridiculous. Like, if that fact were that important, the thing wasn't that good anyway. Like, and I don't take it as like, oh, my experience was ruined. It's like, oh, I learned that early. I had my emotional reaction before I saw the thing. That's just how I experienced it or whatever.
Yeah. No,
like it can ruin it. Like if you're literally about to watch an episode of television and your friend fucking tells you what's going to happen in it that you were just going to watch, you're like, dude, why did you do that? Like that sucks.
Yeah, no,
if you get spoiled on a thing you weren't planning on watching anytime soon anyway, like fucking why are you mad?
Yeah, no, it's definitely a timing thing for me. Because like the two times that I got really annoyed about it was when my brother-in-law spoiled the James Jonah Jameson cameo in Spider-Man whatever. And I was like, it didn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, but like, fuck, that would have been such a good surprise. And I would like, it's not like I wasn't watching the movie. I was gonna fucking watch it.
Yeah,
and that would have been nice. And then,
or like if you're in the middle of a show or something and you read a wiki,
oh,
that's accidentally see the information that you don't intend to, or you do it to yourself.
The other one was when I was going through House of Cards. And the whole fucking thing is like him trying to become president, and like it's not set up in a way where you're like, oh, he becomes president and then things happen. So I was like going through it at a fucking great clip. And my friend is like, yeah, like when he's finally president, then it's like it gets really crazy. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now, dude? For real? That's like I was watching to find out if it happens. I don't know if he's gonna like it wasn't all out at there wasn't like that much out at the time. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know if maybe it ends with him crashing and burning. That's the sort of series it felt like. I don't know. So that one was wild.
Yeah.
But like, if someone had...
a lot of times I want spoilers because like I want to hear the cool thing that's gonna mean that this is worth spending my time on.
Yeah.
Like
that's understandable.
In a world where there's so many things I could spend my time on in a game. There's so much Magic I could play. There's so many decks of cards I could shuffle. Like, tell me a thing that I think fucking sounds rad that is gonna get me to be invested and experience it. Like, that's actually what I need. It's not even about want. It's what I need. I need the fucking thing.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Sometimes
I think that's just true of people. Like, the reason that movies get spoiled in trailers is because fucking more people see the movie then.
Oh, yeah. No, that's the thing.
Like, whether people like it or not,
they don't
like,
do it
it's just like it results in numbers or whatever, yeah.
And see, like, I can complain. I've definitely complained about movies being spoiled in the trailers, but that's like a conceptual thing. Because sometimes, as someone who doesn't want to see that in the trailer, I still want to watch it.
Also, it's sometimes you're saying that because the movie was mid and all the best parts were in the trailer.
There's definitely been some times.
And you're like, well, I'd already seen all the best parts.
There's definitely some times where they've spoiled a twist. I can't remember what. I remember there was a trailer like some years back that got like redone because they actually just put like the big twist in it. And I don't even know what they were thinking because like it was a key thing.
Yeah.
It was really far even for
Like
doing that
my other
style.
main thing is like big twists or shit. If your thing hinges on a twist, that's shit anyway.
Yeah, I guess. I was
I
trying
mean,
to
obviously, if it's done well, then it's good.
well
If it's
something
good, it's good.
something went. It's a thing. I don't know how many times I'd encountered it before. The thing that where my head went is the Handmaiden. But that's not like, I mean, it's not like a
Sure.
twist, right? It's not like she was dead the whole time, that sort of deal. But
Yeah.
that was a
No, that's a good one.
it was a good
Like,
it was a good
There's
case.
the nature of the story changes, and it's like
See,
impactful.
it's impactful, and it's a really good case because that's a trope that I kind of fucking hate. And I think it's because there's so many bad examples of like, oops, surprise, we didn't tell you things and you thought that things were a certain way because we hid information, you fucking idiot. Ha ha ha. And when it's done poorly, it feels really fucking shit. Because like,
Sure.
it's like the time that Anya played a joke
That is a
on
good.
me.
That is an example where like they're not showing you everything, but like there are details in the frame
Yeah, there's
that are like what is that doing there?
there's stuff that's there, yeah, for sure. But it's still like for me it ultimately had that feeling, but I'm like, I don't even fucking care. This is so good. Like I'm in, man.
Yeah, like the important thing is the movie's really good.
Yeah. But that was
Yeah.
that was just a good. I think that was like the first time I had seen that, and I wasn't actively mad at at the film afterwards.
Yeah.
Can't even think of the other. I mean, probably not worth remembering, which is why I don't remember them. I can't think of another thing that I've watched with that. I'm just thinking about how angry I was
Yeah,
at
like
Mulholland Drive.
people shouldn't be dicks, but I generally like getting a little bit of a spoiler on a thing if it will motivate me to fucking look into it is really my thing.
So you're saying I should spoil you more on like Owl House and Kipo's Journey?
Maybe.
Owl House is gay as hell. And
Well, I know that already.
In Kipo's Journey, a monkey plays the piano.
That's not that compelling.
In Kipo's Journey, they dress up the humans to be mutants, and then they make them sing a song undercover about why humans suck.
Nope. Not hitting. Did you see the
Girl
Joanna
turns
House
into
comic?
giant jaguar. What if she got big?
Okay.
Like really big.
Nah, not doing it.
God damn it. I knew they should have just put a bunch of people
I
on
have
top
so
of
much
each other.
Ultraman to watch.
Yeah.
Like you gotta convince me you're better than watching Ultraman,
This has good music.
which
don't
I
know.
desperately want to watch and am not watching.
That happens. That'll happen. I can't. I mean, honestly,
Yep.
the biggest weak point for Owl House is that it got fucking canceled. So like the last chunk is just like almost worse because they choose to do like a little montage thing, and the montage is just all the hangout time that we would have gotten. I'm so fucking mad about it. Because
Did
like
you hear they're doing a comic?
it looked really fun. They're doing a
They got
comic.
The original Creed. Yeah.
Yo, that's huge. Oh, I hope it's fucking good. That has crazy potential.
graphic novel continuation. The Owl House, The Long-Lived King. Written by Dennett Terrence.
Is it post series or is it like covering the shit that they had to skim over? Do you know?
Yeah, it's post series.
Oh my god, I think. Bro. Oh, I'm so in. It's gonna be cute as hell. That was a big one. I know we've done. Actually, I think it was Batman the Animated Series was like where I was like, "Fuck." I talk so much shit about enemies to lovers.
Hell yeah,
they got my ass. Fuck. What if it's good? I'm taking so many L's on the podcast, man. They just keep coming. But like, I mean, if I gotta get proven wrong, like, I get it. Guess I had to watch. I had to watch.
When
Dragon
when the
Ball
result is you fucking like a thing, it fucking rules to take an L. Honestly,
I mean, pretty much every L I've taken on the. I mean, I guess like the exception is Adventure Time because that was a thing I'd already done. That was like a. I mean, that's funny, but like taking the L on Batman animated series and Superman and Dragon Ball is like, yeah, fucking hit me. I need more of those L's. I could take those all day.
Yeah.
My big loss was that some of the most popular franchises on the entire fucking planet are actually really good, as it turns out.
Yeah, man. Like here's like most of Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond, people out here complaining about the IPs. I fucking like most of these IPs. Like they haven't, like Assassin's Creed is a complete whiff, but like the ones for main sets, doing fucking Ninja Turtles and Avatar and Spider-Man and
The
Lord of the Rings and
yeah, well that's
they've done things that I like.
That's
They're in my wheelhouse.
yeah.
I don't know.
I agree with some of the like the big thing that I think would lock me in a little bit more is I wish they would do
Final Fantasy.
I wish they would do like stories or something.
Oh yeah, but I have that complaint with fucking in-universe sets too. Like OTJ sucked ass because it was all legendary creatures
Yeah.
in hats instead of like having a story told through the narrative. But like that's like most of my problems with Magic are problems that were problems in like fucking regular universes within sets too. Like like they make universes within sets that are dog shit also.
Oh yeah.
Like Duskmourn is like half fucking total trash and half pretty good. But like they can make a bad set. They can make a bad set lore wise without the help of a outside IP.
I think the big thing is that a lot of the IPs they're picking. I shouldn't say a lot. We have multiple examples now.
They're ones that appeal to me, who's like, almost 40.
Not even that, but just like look at like how many fucking Spider-Men are you putting? Like they're all just legendary Spider-Man. That's like what that set was. From me, who's like,
yeah,
like it's not really, none of them have wheeled me in enough to buy in yet, obviously, but a little more like non-legendary stuff.
Yeah,
I
don't think that set was good. That set was definitely not good. But it wasn't necessarily because it was Spider-Man. It was because it was like a small set that got turned into a big thing. Like it'll be interesting if how the Ninja Turtles set feels as a draft environment, because that was one of the things because it's also a small set in the same way Spider-Man was, and one of the things with Spider-Man was the draft environment was fucking dog shit.
I still like. I mean, the Ninja Turtles set holds like nothing for me. Like even if I was going in on other stuff, I don't it doesn't do anything for me. But it does have easily one of the funniest L's I've ever taken, which was me bitching about pizza lands and you bringing up the world made out of pizza, and I just like, fuck you, man. Like, that was such a god damn it. Oh, like, just such a hard, like, just me running along, running my mouth, and then just like smashing into a brick wall.
Yeah.
Just absolutely bodied in such an offensive way. I just couldn't.
Well, look,
Oh,
at a primordial level, the first thing I ever loved was the Ninja Turtles.
yeah. I just can't.
Like, it's not my favorite thing in the world anymore, but I deeply love it. And have always loved it.
I just
I
couldn't
never
believe
did
Pizza
love
Land
the
was
Ninja Turtles,
real.
and the Ninja Turtles are incredibly stupid. Like, it's really dumb.
Hell yeah. I mean, that was a good cartoon.
But I see people out here getting furious because there's a Magic card depicting the Ninja Turtles playing Magic the Gathering, and I'm like, it couldn't be me. I couldn't be mad at that.
I like understand those. I mean, this is just the weird. I can't really imagine having the dual mindset of like, I want to be in on all this shit, but also like I don't like it. Just don't fucking buy it. Look at me. Look at fucking me. I just buy the old cards. They're still there. You can still get them. They didn't fucking
Yeah.
They didn't track down everybody who owns old cards and like burn them. You can still acquire those things and play with them. And there are growing popular formats that get used.
Yeah. I mean, I fucking tuned out of Magic multiple times in my life. It was like, if the sets aren't, if they're not interesting, I just tune out. But like, people are weirdly invested in like Magic being they're like too invested in it as like, you know, part of their identity or whatever.
Oh yeah,
So they don't like that. The
They're-
idea of tuning, of just like skipping a set.
They don't
It's
like,
like,
and now they're
they don't wanna
forced.
do it.
Their identity is forced to include Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't like. And they don't
Oh,
like
dude, you.
But also,
man,
it's just like a growing thing of like, when you have you're like, when you're frustrated with a thing that's, you know, not getting fucking better, you just get more and more frustrated about it. It's like, there's definitely a community spiral on that, on the Universes Beyond front, because like, it's not getting fucking better anytime soon.
I think the elements that people have the biggest beefs with, like, I think the thing about having like more of a narrative or a story, I think at some point, I want to say Mark Rosewater said something about like they took note that was like a huge difference. It was like, or in the case of Final Fantasy, the
And
amount of material
they've been doing it. Like, they've been doing a lot more story with like Morrowind
dude,
and
the
Age of Eternities.
When I'm back in America, I do actually want to buy some Lorwyn Eclipse, because like it's literally the shit I've been bitching about. It's just that they got the art all on point. Like, we're fucking fine. I look at all of that shit and I'm locked in.
Yeah, they brought back so many classic artists for it.
Everybody was, I forget what art everybody was talking about, and I'm just like, do you see this derpy little kind of shitty Kithin drawing? That's peak. That's peak right there. I need this.
Yeah. and Lorwyn Eclipse was like also incredibly popular. Like, I think it's the best-selling Universes Within set of all time.
Yes.
Which outsells like Dragons of Tarkir from last year, because Magic is like at all-time popularity.
Oh yeah.
Because of shit like Final Fantasy.
Shame it's all Commander slop now. Am I right, gamers? I actually forgot. I actually do want to mention quick. I think I forgot to mention.
I mean, I don't want to. The thing is, I don't want to play any of these new cards in Commander.
Yeah. I feel like I want
like
something.
The way they push these cards for Commander does not appeal to me for Commander. When they print Strong Legends, it appeals to me for one-on-one singleton. I want
I
to build legendary humans or whatever, but if they're good.
yeah, my
But in that case, I'm not. I'm caring about like 5 to 10 cards per set. Like
I
it's not a lot.
I really liked when it was like stuff was made for standard and draft, and then like if it broke out of that or it was good in commander, like that was cool. But now it's like they make it. I am. I feel like I'm down for a not commander format, but the not that you can't do this with other formats, obviously, but like I feel like in Commander there's sort of a built-in idea. Like, man, you've seen the decks I build. I like building trash, or at least like
Yeah.
horrendously suboptimal things. And I think that's just why I keep kind of bouncing off Gladiator is like I'm just not drawn
Yeah,
to
because it's a
building
competitive thing.
for like going all in like that. And I like
Yeah.
have, right? I've done my time with standard in arena a little
Hmm.
bit and all that. But I just want to like do the dumb theme thing or like the block like my Mercadian my masks block deck or whatever nonsense. Or like
Hmm.
limit myself on cards in a way that amuses me and have it not end in like and have like you know you or K-Head can like pull out a lower power deck and like chill and then like obviously when you guys play it's like cutthroat which is fucking great.
Hmm.
It would need that's the thing, it needs to be like a format where both of those things are possible, but like I'm not opposed
I
to
mean, I
new
do.
things
Yeah,
for a
I
new
mean,
format
I
idea.
like having. I like fun janky too. It's my fun jankies at a higher scale, I guess. Still functional
Mine's functional, it's just
because
slow.
like, well, that's as far as I'm concerned. Being slow is unfunctional. If you just die to mono red, it's not a real deck.
Sure.
Because like one of the my main like I did solo pot on this. But like my thing with why I love these singleton formats is because they're CCGs. They're casual competitive games
Yeah.
instead of collectible card games because you're like it is about trying to win, but it's not optimized to the level of like a standard or like a widely played competitive format that actually has stakes.
Yeah.
So there is plenty of room for jank. And because it's singleton, there's still high variance where you can just fucking, you know, win some games against a deck that's better than yours. Like, and it's like more about finding a thing you find fun, like a card you find fun, an interaction you really like, and then building a real deck around that. Like trying
Yeah.
to build the scaffolding that can then support the bit. Like I
See,
built a deck that was about um using Agatha's Soul Cauldron to give Ultimisia another transform ability so that she could because she has a transform that lets you take an extra turn. So if you can, but it's like 7 mana. But if you give with Agatha's Soul Cauldron, you give her the ability that for like 3 mana, and then you can do it twice per turn to take infinite turns.
hell yeah.
And it's fucking stupid and jank. Um, and then I put Guy Pride in my deck so I could call it Trans Pride. And like that deck is not good, but it was it was playable in a moment when I
Yeah.
built it. And then stuff shifted, and I don't think it's good at all anymore. But like you can do fun things, but it does take work. It's like it's hard
Yeah.
to make something that's like both silly and fun and whatever
See, I have this.
Who can win a game?
It's. I think for me, part of the thing is also. I want to be able. I mean, I want. With Gladiator, you're on arena, right? And I want to
Yeah.
like be able to use the old cards. Like that's why I like the Commander pool. Is you just have fucking everything. But also, if like you expanded, if you took Gladiator and just made the pool of cards like the entire EDH pool, I'm never.
It's called Canadian Highlander.
I'm never. Oh yeah, sure, I guess. I'm never building a deck. Like that deck is never getting fit. Well, no, because Canadian Highlander is still color identity, right? You still have that limitation, yeah.
Nope.
What am I thinking of?
There. I don't know what you're thinking of. Canadian Highlander, the only it's the entire vintage card pool, but there's a points list where stuff like black, where you get 10 points to build your deck, and like, Black Lotus is whatever, 7 or 8
Fuck
points.
me.
I don't remember.
Maybe this whole
Moxen are like 3 points each.
maybe this whole time I just actually thought that was. I thought that it still used the Commander's system, and like color identity.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I've just been completely wrong about that. Well, yeah, that's like so. I would never get a deck fucking built, ever. It's
Gladiator was literally started by Canadian Highlander community people
That makes sense.
who wanted to play a singleton format on Arena. Like,
But see, that's why, like, for me, I feel like the color identity as a restriction is like it limits things just enough that it doesn't feel completely overwhelming building a deck. Which, like, even for Gladiator, it's like I still wanted, like, do you splash? Do you do this? I'm just bad at dealing with that. And also, I get stuck on dumb theming stuff. That's like I'd basically end up just making an EDH deck that has no commander. So like I would be down for like a different outlet, because I think there's design space that for something. I just don't know what the fuck it would be. That like
Artist and Gladiator.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could actually.
Uncommons, baby.
I guess we could actually play that. Because I have enough for the list. I did make the one list or whatever. I do. I just stole yours. One of them anyway.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I could look more into that. Because that is less cards that you have to sift through.
It is less cards. It is no rares or mythic wild cards that you need to invest in it.
Yeah, that's the huge.
I mean, the other thing was we could play fucking whatever format on Cockatrice. Like, we could just play fucking whatever.
True. Well, or we could actually, you know what I'd also kind of just like to do is do the fucking sealed thing that we did the one time. Except with fewer cards, because like going through all those just took 1,000 years, so it needs to be like slightly fewer. But like that's the
that would probably, I guess,
tabletop sim. I think is
makes
still
more sense to do on TTS, yeah.
Or like now that there's, like if we did a
because
little
the tactile
thing.
crack in the packs that way,
yeah,
rather than just like generating them. Browser.
Yes. No, that's the shit I like. Or like if we had a couple more, obviously we could do it with 4 people, but like if we had a couple more people in the group to get a little draft pod going. Like the thing I still wanted to do was do a draft of those dumb AI generated cards from however many years back, like the Robo Rosewater ones.
Yeah, I'm over that. At this point,
I mean, it's not a thing I'd think about a lot, but like, it'd be fun. I think.
Yeah.
Just
I think it would have been
as a
fun.
one-off.
I'm just over it.
Boo.
I couldn't. There was a video where Loading Ready Run did it, and I couldn't even really get through that video.
I saw a video. I don't know if it was the same video or not. I definitely watched a video where people did it, and the delivery and presentation was annoying enough that I couldn't get through it. But like, I don't.
Yeah.
That's coming from someone who doesn't like. I'm not huge on watching people play Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you and Cade play Magic is fine. I don't really need to watch randoms play it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do need to invest in a pre-modern deck before it becomes unattainable. I felt a little good about myself. It happened for a second time where I had an idea that was apparently not terrible and other people have obviously optimized a little more. But I was looking at pre-modern legal cards and I was like, people do like rebels. I know like white weenie rebels is a thing. I know that counter rebels is a thing. But I was looking at cards. I'm like, it feels like there's maybe enough decent stuff for like clerics to pop off a little. And there was like in particular one where it like transforms or whatever. And I'm like, maybe clerics could be a thing. It turns out clerics is very much a thing. But it just felt good that finally I had an idea that wasn't ass.
Hell yeah.
So that would maybe be a thing I would go do. Rebels and clerics or something. I don't know. Just without fucking Gaia's Cradle. The the mono
big one.
the mono white Rebels deck is a like $100 deck with 3 Gaia's Cradles. That's literally what it is. It's so dumb.
That makes sense. Guy's Cradle is extremely powerful, and the Rebels tap searching is colorless.
Yeah. Sure is. Anyway. It's all magic chat all the way down.
Yeah. Turns out what I like is Magic the Gathering.
I also like Magic the Gathering. We need to play more Magic the Gathering. We keep talking about it. Where's the play? Sleepy ass.
You played.
I know. It was good to be back.
I'm glad you guys played without me.
Yeah.
I wish I could have been there, but I'm glad it happened at least. But yeah, because like I know, and my other thing with Magic is like, yeah, if I really didn't like Magic, I would check out. I haven't. This is like a long time where I've not checked out of Magic.
It's been, when was the last time? Have you checked out since you got back?
I like
I feel like you
have checked
Yeah.
out for periods in Arena. But not like a full I have no idea what's going on check out.
Yeah.
And now that I'm like, you know, and I was like really, I told the story of how I was really close to checking out because of alchemy shit.
Yeah, and like Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator like saved it. Like community run formats
Hell
where
yeah.
I'm like getting into it and like taking it more seriously a bit and like having a fucking thing to chase or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Building deck lists that like to express the way I want to build a deck that's not like just copying good deck lists for known formats.
See, that's like a big thing too, right? I really don't want a net deck. And I'm just not that good at building that. Like, it's a bit of a practice thing. I just don't do it that much. But like, even when I was really deep in standard, I've never been that good at doing decks, which is like really unfortunate. Because like, I want to make my own shit. It's just never going to be anything that's very good. Probably.
Yeah, and I feel like you only really I shouldn't say you. I only really learn by playing a lot improves is when I hone my deck building. Like I'm much better at taking a list, playing with it, and like changing it in ways that make sense to me, or like playing the format a lot and then seeing a list and then saying, oh, I think this part of this is cool and good because of the things I've played against, and then I can change it in this way. Like it's so deck building to me is very reactive to
Oh yeah.
what other kind of decks I'm playing. So building in a vacuum where if I'm not playing games, kind of impossible. Like I just got it. I've only started playing Canadian Highlander this year, but I've been watching Canadian Highlander content for like years at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've watched so much, and the card pool is like pretty fucking close to Gladiator's card pool at this point. So I know, like I mostly just took a deck that was close to what like my main deck in Gladiator that I've put the most work into, and like built a Canadian Highlander version of it. Like basically like, oh, what if my deck had Gaia's Cradle and Moxen?
Yeah, shocking that
And
that
the
would be an ad.
actual like more efficient Nadu combo
You
instead of just Lightning Greaves.
you building that in paper?
No. I mean, I might proxy it. I probably will proxy it at some point.
I mean, no, the deck building thing that I remember, I'm pretty sure maybe I misunderstood what happened and this was just like two semi-related but not very related things, but I remember showing you, I was looking for like an enchantment deck list for Gladiator when I was trying to like find something that struck me. And I remember sending you a list and you were like, this seems like there's like something here maybe, and you like took that. I'm pretty sure you took in it. Didn't Is that what became Moist Abzon? I thought, or
There
that...
was a build of it
Yeah,
that was closer to that. I did shift off the Enchantress theme,
yeah,
but I was playing a build with the Enchantress with like an Enchantress package.
yeah,
basically,
yeah.
for a while.
But like I remember, I like that was like notable to like you took a thing and just like, adjusted it. That's like
Yeah,
the
a lot of
idea
the way
behind
you think of Canadian Highlander works this way too with Gladiator is like it's if you want to do a fun theme, you don't think of it like I'm building a whole new deck. You think of it like I'm taking an archetype that is known and good and fitting a package of this other theme into it
yeah.
in a way that changes the texture of that deck for a reason or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In that case it was playing more some more enchantment removal, some more enchantment stuff, and then shifting out some of the flex slots for enchantress creatures or whatever, like
Yeah.
payoffs. And like, just it was basically taking a deck that was greedy and making it greedier.
Hell yeah. Oh, see, I
like my best, the deck that I like the best in Artisan Gladiator is I just tried to build Jeskai first, like close to regular, like removal focused Jeskai, and then I was like, okay, what do I need engines to replace like planeswalkers that you would run, like card draw engines. What are the best engines in Artisan? Oh, shrines. Okay, I'll be Jeskai Shrines.
Hell yeah.
But you could also just, build shrines. But a lot of what I like to do is like you take a core thing and then say it's a twist.
Yeah. No, it's also
that's, offloading the deck. That's offloading the deck building pressure. It's offloading the chance that your deck is fucking terrible because maybe you just get carried by the good cards.
Well, it's also, I mean, I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast much, but just like the idea of like staring at cards, like you have to know what you're working with also, right? Which I've kind of come into that with the one game I've been playing, Cyrillum, which has like it's just deck building, but with like creatures and traits. And there's like 1,700 traits in the game. And I was trying to build a team. It hit me while I was doing it. I'm like, this is what Hank was talking about, where you just spend like 3 hours looking through shit. Not that I don't do that with Magic, but like with Gladiator, just because it's newer and it's a different angle that I'm used to, like it feels like even though the card pool is smaller than EDH, it just feels so much more mentally taxing. Also, because Arena kept fucking lagging, and that's how I was looking at stuff for a while, which was infuriating. But like EDH at this point,
I mean, I build my decks in Arena, but and like people look at me like I'm insane.
Yeah, no, that's because that's insane behavior. Yeah. But
just fucking,
any
use a
like,
website.
yeah, Moxfield, Scryfall type deal.
Scryfall. Yeah.
And see, I feel like for EDH, going through and building my decks and refining them and thinking about what I want out of them and everything else, I actually feel like I've kind of hit my stride with that shit, because I never have been the type to like go on EDH rec and just like slam in all of the fucking most recommended things, right? Or most used, I should say. But there was like a lot of online, like looking at lists, what other people were doing, looking at stuff people included, trying to like see what unique cards other people might use or whatever. And that like, that's gradually shifted into me just becoming much more familiar with like the Scryfall search syntax, and then finding the shit that I want and just like doing it myself, which that's been a thing. And it feels good because like I do feel like I've come a long way in that regard.
Sure.
It's very funny in hindsight that I never really used Linux, because like I like tinkering with everything, and that's also why I like EDH. It's like it's just tinkering all the way down. I like tinkering.
True.
And now I can maybe play and find out if my tinkering is fruitful.
It's the playing where I feel like I learn everything.
Oh yeah. No, of course. That's like with anything, right? Even the game, that's like kind of the big thing with the game I mentioned, is like with the EDH, I've been building these decks, but I haven't had a good way to actually figure out if they kind of do what they're supposed to at the rate they're supposed to do it, aside from gold fishing.
Yeah.
But like, it's nice.
And I would say I've always, for what I like, I've always felt a little bit of a conflict for the kind of decks I like to build, and the kind of decks I actually want to play in EDH. Like, I like to build a deck that makes my opponent want to die, and I don't want to play that in EDH.
Oh, I don't give a shit. Do it. Send it.
But it's not even about, in EDH. It's not about. It's like I don't want to play it. Like it's still about me.
I mean,
whereas
it depends
in
on
one-on-one, it's like it's just I'm here to destroy you. I'm not out to win the game. I'm here to destroy your mental.
Hell yeah. I mean, see, for me, I don't like if there's a power level imbalance or whatever. Sure, right? Because that like it's different if like I show up with my bracket one deck and you show up with your fucking make everyone hate you optimized deck, and then it's not even just like making them hate you for what you're doing. It's just that there was like never even a chance due to a gap, which is a completely different thing. But like, if the power level is relatively equal, like, I don't know. I don't think me or K-Ed would care. I don't know about Ace. I could send it.
It's stacks
Stacks me.
I don't want to. It's also because like you can't build like building a deck that's just made to like kill a person is like anti-fun in Commander, where you're just like I don't want to take someone out early and then they're just sitting there.
It depends on the. It
and then
depends
I get taken out early next, and then I'm sitting there.
Yeah. No, it depends. I mean, it all depends on the group, right? Because like I don't care. When
Well,
it's
that's
us,
the thing.
when
Like
it's
it all
us,
depends on the group.
like randos, yeah, absolutely. Like that'd be, ugh. I mean, that's part of why like whenever I see people talk about Voltron, and they're like, my table hates me, but I'm just playing Voltron, and I hear it's like not even that good of a strategy. It's like, how fast do you kill the first person? It's like, well, turn 3,
Yeah.
and how fast does the next person get out of the game? Or when does the game end? Like 2 hours later? It's like, yeah, no fuck. Look,
I mean, the other thing is just like, I just for EDH, I just kind of settled on. I just want to play these particular old cards if I want to do it. Like, why I want to do is like play these cards, and that's fine.
yeah.
I don't have another goal because it's not like I'm not like pushing. Like I don't really want to push to then optimize the thing to make it better. Like that actually isn't part of the goal. I want variety. Like as a deck builder, I like building in redundancy, but I don't fucking want that in my commander deck. I want the games to feel different. I don't want to do the same thing every time. I get like really bored. I get really tired of commander decks pretty quickly. If I think they're too, like the gameplay is going to be the same. Like
Sure.
if I won in a way, if I think I'm going to win again, like I just don't want to do it again. Whereas like in Gladiator, like I will do the same thing over and over again. It's fucking great. I'm like loving it. I don't know. It's
See,
different.
the thing that kind of influenced me a bit was someone like I was talking to someone about like building a deck or like what to do or if I should make like what cuts I should make or something. And they were like, why don't you just literally think about what cards would make you happy to put down on the table? I'm like, oh, okay, that's
Yep.
sensible as shit. And then we were talking with someone else who has semi recently gotten into EDH. And I mean Magic in general, as happens now. And he was talking about like wanting to be optimal, but not like too optimal, or like how to play to the table's power level, or like he keeps winning and all that, just like kind of navigating that shit. And this other person was like, have you ever considered trying to optimize to be funny? Just like do the funniest thing possible and make that optimal. And so that's like what he had. I forget what he ended up leaning into, but like it was basically the fucking jankiest thing of all time that he like, doing that. Like still trying to win, but just like in whatever funny, stupid way he had fashioned out of that advice. Which,
Yeah.
hell yeah. I think it was,
I don't know. I'm just.
what was the suggestion?
The thing is, like, when your goal isn't trying to win, I feel like my choices in deck building don't matter.
Oh, it's still trying to win.
I should just put in the cards that I like, and then that's it, and then I'm done. Like, I don't know. It like the joy to vive in it for deck building for EDH is like left me. Because like I went like I spent a long time like what's the deck I would most like to play, and then I built that, and then I don't want to touch it. I don't like want to change it. I don't want to.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There aren't new cards I want to add to it. But so I'm not getting excited about it anymore either. Like
No, that
It just is
that
what
is
it
a
is.
problem. Like, and I think I still have a little wiggle room.
whereas like I used to be like fucking building decks. Like
Hell yeah, dude.
But maintaining all those decks was like fucking impossible.
That's
Like,
why you do.
that I didn't
That's
wanna
why
do.
you do pre M15. It's zero maintenance.
Yeah, but pre M15, it's just not that interested. Like I'm just the space is not that big to me
I think pre.
for like what I want to do.
Sure.
Like there's
Pre.
like
I'll
the
say.
deck I want to build,
I'll say pre M15. I think is at least
and then I'm done.
pre M15.
It's like the same problem where like I've solved it for myself. Of
Well,
like,
yeah.
I'm playing all the cards. I have all the cards I want to play in a deck.
Yeah, no,
I'm
of
good.
course. I mean, that's like
I still can't. I can't build a Tolarian Academy deck. So what's the fucking point?
I mean, you can do it. I don't care. Nobody will care. You're among friends. Put it in the deck, Hank. Come on.
No.
Do it, coward. You're not respecting the original intent of the quote-unquote ban list.
I just would rather play a different format where I can play that card and it makes sense. I don't know. I want to invent a format.
Do it. Fucking invent a format. Keep me in mind, please. I want to participate.
Didn't I left a comment in the Discord, didn't I?
Yeah, it sounded like something I'd be bad at, so I didn't really pay attention to it. You did, though. It was like, I think it was...
Well, that's the problem with inventing a format, right? Is like, that means you have to deck build from scratch. There's no guide rails of other decks people have built and played.
Yeah, but I know if the four of us all built decks and brought them to the table, I know me and Ace are going to get tanked. I know there's no way we come out with something good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what your comment was.
So that's why it's appealing to me, but also like it's not appealing to me because it's like, well, it's just meaning that I'm gonna have like an advantage or whatever. So it'll come down to me and K.
This was your initial comment. This was your wow, offensive. First off, just make a deck for me. This was your comment. This was the splat on the page from Hank. 60 card decks,
Okay.
20 life. Mythics limited to 1 copy. Rares 2 copies. Uncommon 3. Commons 4. Basics unlimited.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I was also thinking about like what's the apply that to different card pools.
Yeah. I do like the
Like,
idea
you could have
of
a vintage version. You could have a pioneer version.
I do like the idea of like a
You
60
could have
card
a middle
deck.
school version.
No,
Yeah,
like
man.
there's
I mean, that's the thing. I have my nostalgia is tied into 60 card multiplayer Magic, which doesn't exist anymore.
yeah.
Nobody's playing that. Nobody has deck lists for that. But that's my nostalgia zone.
Look, you need
If
to
you're
make
just looking for like the joy
you need
of doing the thing you used to do as a kid.
you need to make a format that relies on bulk singleton so I can participate with paper cards that you gave me. Hank's bulk format is really what I want to happen cuz I'm ready. Commons only
Yeah.
that exist. You have to enter all your cards in the tracker so we know what the pool is. Singleton
No,
format.
the closest I'm
common-
getting to that was building Trash Cube.
Hell yeah. I mean, really, actually, you know what? I shouldn't even I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Like, I don't know what I want. I've talked about what I want. That's a sealed league. Like, a friendly sealed league. Like, just, we buy X amount of packs at whatever set interval or per set, and then that's what we add to our pool. And then maybe we do, like, a thing at a set interval of, like, a little tournament sort of deal or something where winner gets, there's like a thing where you get more cards added to your pool, something like that. That's what I fucking want, honestly. Which we could facilitate digitally, just not nearly as fun.
Okay. But you need more than 4 people to do that.
Not really. Why?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe you don't. Maybe I'm just full of shit.
Well, how did you? Is that not? Were you buying singles when you were a kid?
Yes.
You
In
son of
high
a
school,
bitch.
yes.
Son of a bitch.
Going on eBay.
Hell yeah.
No, but I would also buy like a pack a week or whatever.
Yeah, because thinking for me, like the way I start was just getting the cards, right? So me and my friends would get like me and my friend would get like fat packs and stuff. And like I've said, the fucking experience of just playing with the cards we happened to have was like ripped away from us in a way that I, in hindsight, am very mad about.
Although I played against my friend I played against the most. His family would just, when the new set came out, they would just split a box. So he would just have all his new cards for that whole set immediately, but then he wouldn't get any more.
No, like I.
So it would be like a power spike.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
and then I would catch up.
Yeah. No, before my friend got a little out of Magic, and then before I moved, like we were kind of planning on doing that a little. We went in together on a box of Hours of Devastation, and then it just like never really facilitated. I think he wasn't really into it that much. He was into like Modern and Legacy and stuff, and so that never really facilitated. But that's like my thing. Like
yeah, Standard was kind of dog shit at that time.
Well, not. I mean, he just didn't even. He never even when we were coming right off of Standard when it was like fine. But he never really cared about Standard. Well, he didn't care about Standard because the same person who like was over while we were just playing kitchen table Magic essentially was like, why would you? We were talking because, it's like you have the cards you have, and then coincidentally, like one person just has a card that seems like it's fucking incredible, and then in any other environment, it's dog shit, right? But on that kitchen table, it's just stupidly good. And
Lynn Civvy.
Something, yeah. In this case, it was Consuming Aberration, which has power and toughness equal to the number of cards in all graveyards, I think. Something like that. And my friend was talking about, like, I forget if he wanted to buy a single of, like, whatever, another piece of removal that he already had, or, like, he was saying he hopes he pulls another one or something. And our third friend was at the table, and he was like, why would you not just get the card that's best in that slot for the format you're playing? And we were like, well, we're not really playing a format. He's like, well, you have all Standard cards. You could just play Standard, or you could play Modern, where like you'll have more cards and they won't rotate out and lose their value or whatever. My friend took that to heart, and then he just only like that. He went immediately to Modern and like started dropping money on it. And I was like, but wait, the kitchen though, help. So
in high school we did not have a format.
Yeah, so that was like he skipped Standard because of like that advice basically, and just went right to the other thing because he didn't want his cards to rotate and potentially lose value or whatever. Yeah. So
nope.
He was just not into the sealed thing as much as well. But like that's my ideal. Like even to the point like when I'm in America, I wouldn't mind if we wanted to do a sealed thing, like just have that separate pool for playing our sealed whatever thing. Like I would get whatever cards we agreed on as a starting setup, because I fucking want it so bad. And it would be really cool to do with old cards, but I don't think we're buying a box of like Tempest or anything anytime soon.
No.
Or
no,
like
you crack a box digitally and then you go and buy the singles you.
Yeah, there you go. That's also a good idea. Yeah. In before one of us cracks a Gaia's Cradle in our Urza's Saga.
Well, you pick a set that.
Oh, coward.
Commit. It doesn't have the thing, or if you open that, you don't. You skip that one. I don't know.
Or you get
reasonable.
Yeah,
Keep it reasonable.
But yeah, that's like my, especially because like there's so many like good sets that I want to play with, right? lately. Like I think they've been, I think
Sure.
mechanically and stuff, actually been doing really well, and there's a lot of interesting things. But like none that call to me in a way to get them otherwise. But if I just randomly got some, or there's weird cases for
If you
getting
want a box playing.
yeah, if I won box, see that's the thing though. To win the box, you have to like try to win the box, which is where it falls apart for me. Kind of
Yes,
like
you have to win a lot.
it's like winning the lottery. Like I'd fucking love to do it, but I'd have to also play the lottery, which is where the issue comes in.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good if you enter one of those events and then you go 0-2.
Yeah.
That feels bad.
Yeah. You know what we could do instead of getting, for example, a box of like Theros, right? You can, for roughly the same price of a box, just buy a singleton of every card in Theros.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Also, I would never call Theros an old set in my head.
Well, old enough to be like not available, right?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
like,
It's fucking old.
I don't like it
but
either.
in my
man.
head,
I don't like it either.
it's not an
new.
old set.
It's
It's in the modern frame. It's a modern set.
I'll be real. I was gonna say this earlier. Maybe I was gonna say it in the last episode and I forgot. But they are literally one frame change away from getting me back. I just really don't like the new frame. I just need to accept that. I don't hate the cards, but like that is what is preventing me from being more enthusiastic. I just don't like looking at it. And I know it's not even that drastically different, but like damn. I definitely would have. Magic would have really died for me if I'd grown up with the original frame. Apparently.
The original frame was better.
Oh, yeah. I still think it's better. But I'm saying based on how I feel about this change, like going from the modern frame to the super new frame. Well, 11-year-old frame. It's super new. Fucking ridiculous.
From the frame that they changed specifically for like to make cataloging the cards easier.
They can say that all they fucking want. I'd still maintain it's to save money. I'll bet it's cheaper to not have the color or the pattern on the one portion. That's my little mini conspiracy theory about it.
I don't think that's true.
That's why it's a conspiracy theory. It probably isn't, but like, yeah, I just, you know. Anyway,
Like I don't think it was like them complaining about it. I think it was LGS's.
ugh,
I think, but whatever.
yeah.
That's the podcast.
Thought it wasn't going to be a Magic episode? Surprise. Back in that era.
Get wrecked. I mean, it's fucking all. I haven't even gotten to the stuff I actually spend all my time thinking about.
I know. We'll get there.
saltcirclepodcast@gmail.com, saltcirclepod.bsky.social, anchor.fm/saltcircle, youtube.com/@saltcircle. I'm on Bluesky, comicpanels.bsky.social, and I'm at I'm 3D Homer on YouTube.
I'm on YouTube at Drathius. It's good times.
Okay, so what's your favorite sword, though?
My favorite sword? That's actually a fucking good one. The one that immediately comes to mind is I don't even know if it's the sword itself, but the thing that comes to mind is the initial sequence of Utena pulling the sword out of Anji? Is that her name?
Auntie. Anthe.
Anthe. I was close. That's pretty good for me. Because that is fucking incredible. The lighting, the sound effects, the animation. If I would think on it, I could maybe think of something that I would eventually be like, I actually think I like this better. Regardless, it's like fucking up there, man. Like that shit is just insane. So like there might be others like I guess like I really like the Soul Edge design, like Nightmare's sword from Soul Calibur 2 in particular. That lives rent free in my fucking head. I love that. But like the sequence of pulling the sword out is just really fucking strong. Like that's an insane.
It's very good.
It's so fucking good, dude.
Not gonna argue with you, Tenna.
Yeah, no, it's just fucking peak. Like I actually don't. Yeah, like other swords I might like better, but that's like for thinking of a sword, like that's just what comes to my head first because it's so fucking good. I need to watch that shit again. What's your favorite sword?
I'm not sure. My like easy like level 1 answer would be like Cloud's Buster Sword.
That's good. That's really solid. Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7. I also there's like for stupid, I really love his sword in Advent Children because it's like 7 swords or whatever.
It's still so funny to me.
The sword made up of swords.
Yeah, dude.
And then he does an attack where he flings them all out.
Yeah, that's the only way I've experienced Final Fantasy VII was Advent Children. Because it had those motorcycles in it.
It does.
It has the flowers in the church.
That movie. It's really stupid.
Yeah, I had no idea what was fucking going on, but it was vibes.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Anyway. Peace.